Alright, so the class will actually start in a few minutes. Let me just do some setup also. First, I'm going to test the sound. Should be okay, right? Yeah. If you all didn't complain or anything, I guess everything worked fine. Okay, cool. Okay, let me do some settings here and also some settings here. Yeah, next week we have no more class. This week will be the last week of having the class. I guess it's 10 classes, if not mistaken. Yeah, we have been doing this one for 2.5 months, I guess. Don't worry, I guess you all will start your SPM very soon, right? Because now it's already early November already. Yeah, that's why you should focus on your SPM exam. Yeah. So, okay, so yeah, we'll start and maybe open the paper first. I haven't opened the paper in OneNote. Give me a moment. Yeah, today we'll discuss about the Johor paper 2. Yeah, because last Friday we've just finished Johor paper 1, isn't it? So yeah, so today we'll actually continue to go to the paper 2. And I have taken the marking scheme. This marking scheme, so far so good. Only have 1 or 2 questions. The answer actually is not correct. But anyway, yeah, we'll discuss it step by step. Okay, just do not want to waste your time. Let's start the screen recording. And let me share the screen to you first. Yeah, I hope all of you actually can read the question. If anyone can't read the question, maybe you can let me know. Yeah, if there's no problem, then I will start the screen recording. Okay, so the class will start in 3 seconds. 2, 1. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the Johor State paper. This is paper 2 for 2016, and this is for SPM Additional Mathematics. Yeah, this is paper 2. So let's have a look on the section A, question number 1. Okay, so over here the first question is just the simultaneous. Actually, yeah, I tend to skip about simultaneous, but let's just do it very fast. Yeah, so let make Q. Okay, the first equation is over here. So let's make Q as a subject here. So Q basically equals to 4P minus 20. I call this one first equation. And over here, you're going to see the second equation. And then what I will do is I will sub the first equation. I will sub first equation into the second equation. Yeah, because this paper actually lack of space for me to write, so I will write until very messy. I hope you can still see it. Okay, so basically we have 4p squared minus 8p minus 4p q. Q is 4p minus 20 plus q squared, 4p minus 20 square. Let me scroll down a bit to this side. Okay, 4 minus 20 square and then minus 16 equals to 0. Okay, so what I want to do is I just want to solve this question. So I will just expand it. 8p, 4p multiply 4p, 16p square plus 80p. Then I expand this one. Is basically I got 16p square minus 160. Let me see. 160p plus 400 minus 16 equals to 0. All right, so let's solve a p square first. So basically 16p square and 16p square, I simplify. I left a 4p square here. Done. And then we solve our p. So we have 80p here, positive minus, so we see a negative 80p. So plus this one will be negative 88p. Right, so I hope I don't make any mistake here. All right, so we have 400 minus this one, so we should have 384 equals to 0. And then I try to divide 4 for every single one. I hope I can actually get a very nice number. Yep, so I will have p squared minus 22p and then plus 96. I divided 4 for the whole equation. So I will just factorize this one. Okay, 96. What number should we use? Maybe we should 12. 12. Okay, 12 is not good enough. 16. 16 and 6. Yeah, 16 and 6 will be good. This one will be p. This one will be negative, negative. So I will get p equals to 16 or p equals to 6. All right, so if we got both of these one, we can actually just substitute back into our first equation. So when p equals to 16, so q is just 4 multiply 16 minus 20. 4 multiply 16 minus 20. So which is 44. And then when p equals to 6, q is just 4 multiply 6 minus 20, which is 4. I guess the answer should be correct. And then since I have the marking scheme at the other page, I'm going to check it as well. Yeah, we have 16.6 and 44.4. Yeah, which is correct. Okay, this is simultaneous. There's nothing very special here. Okay, so yeah, for the second question, I guess I will need some space here. So let me just erase the space here. Oops. Yeah, should be enough. All right, so the curve mx squared plus n over x have the gradient of this one. So this one basically is a gradient. You can see a dot here. If you see a dot here, means it's gradient. Mean differentiate one time. Okay, so find the values of m and n. So I guess it's just differentiate and then do some comparison. So I will just differentiate the fx. That's mean I will just differentiate this one right at the bottom here. Okay, so if I differentiate this one, 2, I will move in front, become 2mx. And then this one, n over x means nx power negative 1, isn't it? Negative 1, I will move in front, will become negative nx, negative 2. All right, then I will just simplify this one is 2mx minus n over x squared. This is my f dot x. And then what I will do is I'm comparing with this one. So I know 2m basically equals to 6. So since 2m equals to 6, m equals to 3. All right, this one you see minus x squared, minus x squared. So I know n should equals to 48. Okay, so that's mean I compare this position with this position, and then I get my n equals to 48. Yeah, it should be very easy to understand. Yeah, I hope you can actually see that. Yeah, nothing very special here. Okay, so find the x-coordinate of the turning point. Find the x-coordinate of the turning point of the curve. So turning point basically means what? dy dx equals to 0. But in this case, of course, you don't have dy dx. Because in function, we call it x prime x equals to 0. Because this one basically is the gradient. So gradient equals to 0. That means 6x minus 48 over x squared equals to 0. And then I try to multiply x squared for every single one. I will get 6x cubed minus 48 equals to 0. So yeah, x cubed equals to 48 over 6. So x cubed equals to what? 8. So x basically equals to 2. Very easy. They ask you to find the x coordinate. X coordinate just equals to 2. You just need to know turning point mean dy dx equal to 0. Or in this case, it's f prime x equals to 0. Okay, there's nothing very special here. So let's move on to hence determines the turning point is a maximum or minimum. You know you want to determine mean you need to differentiate second time. So what I will do is I will do 2 dot here. Mean I differentiate second time. So I have the fx on the top here. So I differentiate 6x, I basically will get 6. Then I differentiate 48. This is 48 x power negative 2, isn't it? In front have a minus, so it will become positive 2 multiply 48 and then x power negative 3. Right, so this one, if I simplify, it becomes 6 plus 96 over x cubed. Right, so in order to know the nature, we have to substitute our x value into it. Mean the x value basically is 2. So I will substitute the 2 into it. We get 6 plus 96 divided by 8. So it will be 12. So you will get 18. 18 which is bigger than 0. If bigger than 0 means it is minimum. Okay, so you can say since f dot dot x is bigger than 0, yeah, so it is minimum point. Right, just like this. It shouldn't be very difficult for this kind of question. Okay, let me move on to the next one. Number 3. Diagram show the line PQR and the equation PQR. So we have the equation for PQR, which is 3y minus 2x equals to negative 12. Okay, so Q is lines on the y-axis. Okay, at least we have some information. Line on y-axis means x equals 0. Okay, so yep. So therefore, the question actually asks us to find the equation of the straight line which is passing through point Q and perpendicular to the line PQR. So we have one straight line is passing through Q and perpendicular to the line PQR. So we need to find this equation. If you want to find this equation, we need to have 2 information. First, we need to have the gradient. Second, we will need to have the coordinate Q. Okay, so these 2 information I have. So whenever I have the equation given, I try to make it into the y equals to mx plus c form. So that I can get my y-intercept and I can get my gradient. Okay, so this is 3y equals to 2x minus 12. So y equals to 2 over 3x minus 4. So over here, negative 4 is my c, isn't it? C is a y-intercept of this straight line. That means you see PQR, this straight line will y-intercept at negative 4. That means Q is 0, negative 4. Okay, this is the idea. And then I got the gradient is 2 over 3. This is gradient. So since the straight line is perpendicular to this line, so I can find the gradient. So I got the Q already. Q is 0, negative 4. I can get the gradient easily by using M1 multiply M2 equals to negative 1. Okay, so M2 equals to negative 3 over 2. Now I have the gradient negative 3 over 2. If I have both information, I can form the equation easily. So I will just use the formula y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. So therefore, y will equals to negative 3 over 2x minus 4. Done. This one to ask you to find the equation of the straight line. And then he give you 4 marks. So whenever you want to find straight line, you must very clear what you want. you will need to have the gradient as the first information, and then you will need to have the coordinates. And then substitute into this formula, y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Sometimes the gradient you will need to work out like this one, m1 multiply m2 equal to -1. Whenever you see the word perpendicular, you need to use this formula. Sometimes you can straight away get from the equation itself. So far so good? Yeah, then we will go to the ratio thing, PQR. So let me just draw this one out. I have P, I have Q, and I have R. PQ is 2, QR is 1. QR is 3. So this is 2, 3. P, Q, R. Okay, we have the coordinate P, which is -6a. We have the coordinate Q, which is 0, -4. And then we do not have the R. I'm going to call it X and Y. Okay, so yeah, then what I will do is I just apply the formula into it. So you have to know this one always need to multiply the further X value. Same to this one, need to multiply the further X value, and then plus together divide by total ratio. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 multiply X plus 3 multiply -6 over 2 plus 3, which is 5, comma, okay, this one will equal to X lah. Let me just do quickly. And then same thing, 2 multiply Y plus 3 multiply A divided by 5 will equals to Y. Okay, so I can get my X easily. Oops. So I can get my X easily. Oh, sorry. It's not equal to X and Y. What am I doing? The middle coordinate, the X is 0, Y is -4. Alright, so 5 multiplied 0 is 0. So 2X minus 18 equals 0. X is equals to 9. Alright, so this one 2Y plus 24 equals to -20. Okay, 2Y equals to -44. Y equals to -22. So this is the coordinate of R. So coordinate of R is basically 9, -22. Okay, even it doesn't seem like that. Is there any things I do wrong? Yeah, because the coordinate doesn't make sense for R. I mean, yeah. Why I should get negative? -6 and 8. -6 and 8, 0, -4. Okay, let's have a look on the marking scheme. See what they got for R. Yeah, they get 9.2. It's a very nice number. I guess I do some mistake here. Okay, so 2 multiply Y and 3 multiply 8, 24. Over 5 equals to -4. -20. Yeah. Positive move to then -24. No way. 9.2. Both value is wrong. PQ and QR. PQ. Q is 0, -4. Yeah. Oh, it's -8. Yeah. What am I doing? This coordinate is -8. Yes, thanks for that. This is -8. So this one should be -24. So this one should be +4. Should be +4. So this one should be +2. So you will get 9.2. Yeah. Then I guess this is the answer, isn't it? 9.2. Yeah, correct. Okay. Yeah, so I mean in the exam must see carefully. Yeah, don't do the carrot mistake like what I did. Okay, so let's move on to this question. Okay. Abu bought I get this is a bus. This one is bought a bus at. It's a separate word, okay? This one is not the pusat. Right, so Abu bought a bus at the RMY. The value of bus decreased 8% annually. It's given that the values of the bus after 2 years is 203,136. Find the values of y. Okay, so this one, whenever you see percentage, I guess most of the time when you see percentage, this is GP. Okay, so if GP the first year we know actually, I mean not to say first year, I mean when you bought the bus is Y, which means this is A. Or you can call it first term. And then one more year later, after one more year, you will go to the second term. After second year, you actually will go into the third term. All right, this is the logic. And then decrease 8% means what is R? Decrease 8%, if you say R is 0 minus 0.08, then you got wrong. Because decrease 8%, that means you have to use 100% minus 8%. So you still left 92%. So this is your R value. Your R should be 0.92. So what I will do it here is, I will just, since I know after 2 years, the price is, for this one, the price is 203,136. So what I will do is, I will say T3 equals to 203,136. So I will use the formula for Tn, which is AR n minus 1. A is Y, R is 0.92. And then 3 minus 1, which is 2, equals to 203,136. So Y should equals to 203,136 divided by 0.92 power of 2. So you will get 240000. Okay, so this is the price for the first year. I mean the first time you buy it. Okay, so the estimate value of bus in nearly after 7 years. So the first year is basically T1. So after 2 years is T3. So after 6 years, which is T7. Okay, so I will do A, which is 24000. R is 0.92. And 7 minus 1, which is 6. Okay, so yeah, multiply 0.92 power of 6. So yeah, it should left 145,525.2. Right, this is the amount you left after 6 years. Okay, so then the next one, I mean, the minimum number of years for the value of bus less than half of the actual price. Okay, so this one basically asks you to find Tn. When the bus, the price of the, when the value of a bus is less than half of the actual price. This is actual price, right? So Tn will be less than 120000. So Tn is AR 0.92. n minus 1 is less than 120000. And what I will do is I will just simplify it. 0.92 n minus 1 is less than 1 over 2, 0.5. All right, then I add a log for both sides. I add the log 10 here as well. All right, then I will move the power in front. I will left n minus 1. And then I will move the log 10 0.96 to the other side, 0.92 to the other side. Okay, now there's a huge problem here. What problem is log 0.92 actually is a negative value. So if this one is a negative value, I move to the other side, mean divide. I say multiply or divide negative value, this symbol need to be changed. Become like this. All right, this is something a lot of students will just ignore one. They just move the 0.92 to the other side and then it remain the symbol same. And then they will got the whole question wrong. Okay, so yeah, so log 0.5 over log 0.92. Okay, so I will have n bigger than 8.31. The negative 1 move to the other side is plus 1. N is bigger than 9.31. So the minimum number for n will be 10. All right, this is how we do this kind of question. So must be very, very careful for log 0 point something. Because if the log value is between 0 to 1, the value is negative. Okay, you must understand about this one. If log value is between 0, I mean the log A, the A value is not the log value. What am I saying? Yeah, I mean the log A, if the A value is between 0 to 1, it is negative, like log 0.5. Yeah, this is negative. Or log 0.8 is negative. Okay, this is something you have to understand. Yeah, why this one I will use 10? Because the question asks about minimum number of years. If n must bigger than 9.31, I can have any number. I can have 10, I can have 11, I can have 12 until infinity. But then the question wants the minimum number. So among here, the minimum number is 10. I will not choose 11, 12, or even I can go until infinity 99999 years. But then I want a minimum number, so which is 10. Okay, so I hope you can understand and you realize I couldn't erase some of it. So I will just restart it. Then we go to question number 5. Okay, I hope you can understand that. If you can't, just let me know. Okay, this one is sort of completing the square. Because I see this equation, this is completing a square form. Okay, hence express this one in this pattern and hence sketch the graph. So I will just express this one. So normally x squared I will put at the first place, x I will put at the second place, number I will put at the last place. And the first one I will factorize negative 2 from first two term. All right, so I get minus 4x plus 7. And then what I will do is I will add something square minus something square. I will plus something square minus something square, close bracket, plus 7. Okay, the something here is b divided by 2. That means negative 4 divided by 2, which is negative 2, negative 2. First three terms you join together, you become x minus 2 square. Then the rest is just copy. Then this one is just minus 4 plus 7. Then you multiply negative 2 into both. You will get plus 8 plus 7 plus 15. Okay, so I already changed this one into this pattern. And then I will need to sketch the graph. Okay, if I want to sketch the graph, what I will do it here is I will write down the maximum point first. Why I know it's maximum? Because this value before, because this value before the bracket square is negative. If this value is negative, it's trying to tell us this is the maximum graph. And then I know my maximum coordinate, x coordinate get inside that bracket, which is 2, y coordinate get here. All right, so I have this information already. And then I will do one more thing, which is find my y-intercept. How to find y-intercept? Sub x equals 0. So my y actually, or my fx-intercept, my fx actually equals 7. You just imagine this is 0, so you're left with 7. So I have all this information. Then what I will do is I will sketch the graph. So sketch the graph over here, maybe. Okay, 2, 15. I guess you will have something like this. This over here, this is 2, 15, and then this one will be 7. This is your y, or you can call it fx, and then this one is your x. Okay, this is how you sketch a graph. It's pretty simple. Okay, so, and then, yeah, and then that's all for this part. And then determines the range value for this one. This one is just factorize, nothing very special here. So I will just factorize it, less than 0. X. Yeah, actually I saw some of my ex-school students in my YouTube channel. All right, so anyways, yeah, so this is 4, 3, negative, positive. All right, so therefore, because this is less than 0, you will have the value between negative 3 to 4, isn't it? Less than 0 means between. So x should be between negative 3 to 4. All right, just like this, 2 mark is very easy. This is part B. Okay, just in case you don't get what I'm saying. Okay, so far so good. Before I move to the question number 6. Okay, if there's no problem, let's move on. to number 6. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna say the first part is just 2 mark. Okay, so the 2 mark over here, it asks you to prove this one, the left hand side basically equals to right hand side. So I guess it should be quite easy because only 2 mark. So I will say cos square x minus tangent. Tangent is sine over cos. So tangent square is sine square x over cos square x. And then multiply with cos square x. And then cos square is cos square x. I will simplify it. And then what I will do is I will try to, okay, then I left cos square x minus sine square x. Sine is 1 minus cos square, isn't it? Then I will have cos square x minus 1 plus cos square x. Then I will get 2 cos square x minus 1, which is cos 2x. All right, it's just like this. If you understand this one really good, then you can actually straight away do this one. I mean, you can skip some of the step. Okay, so yeah, it's very easy. Okay, so what I will do next is B, sketch the graph. Okay, sketch this one is not so simple because first thing it gives you the range is a bit weird for some students because students used to see 0 to pi or 0 to 2 pi. This one they ask you to 0 to 3 over 2 pi. 3 over 2 basically means 1.5 pi. All right, and then this one, I know this one equals to cos 2x. So basically now they ask you to sketch the graph for 3 cos 2x. This one. Okay, so in order to sketch this one, I will need to have some idea about how cos 2x will go. Cos 2x basically will go like this, 1, 2. That means over here, this one will be pi, this one will be 2 pi. This one will be 0.5 pi or you can pi over 2. This one will be 1.5 pi or called 3 over 2 pi. Okay, this is the graph for cos 2x. That means the question asks you to sketch from here until here only because the range is from 0 to 3 over 2 pi. Okay, this is the first information you need to know. That means you need to know how many angles you have. Because later you have to write on the x-axis. So this one over here, this is 1 angle, 2 angle, 3 angle, 4 angle, 5 angle, 6 angle. So basically you should have total, you should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, it's 6 angle over here. So if you want to have a 6 angle here, the second thing is modulus. What is the meaning for modulus? Modulus means whatever on the negative one will reflect to the positive. Okay, so you kind of see the pattern of the graph already. This is your pattern of the graph on the top here. All right, so I will sketch it. And I'm going to show you what the graph will look like. Okay, this one, if I end at 3 over 2 pi, since I know I need to have 6 angle, then I will use 3 over 2 divided by 6. Then the calculator will tell me it's 1 over 4 pi. This is the gap of my x-axis. The gap of the x-axis is 1 over 4 pi. That means what? Okay, if I divide into the 3 part, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means each gap is 1 over 4 pi. So it will be 1 over 4 pi, 2 over 4 pi, 3 over 4 pi, 4 over 4 pi, or you can call it pi, 5 over 4 pi, and 6 over 4 pi, which is 3 over 2 pi. All right, this is the first information. Second information, your amplitude is 3. That means your maximum here should be 3. Let's say I call this one 3. So your graph basically will look like this. And you're going up, going down. I mean, yeah, going up, going down again, going up. Okay, this is the pattern of your graph. And then, of course, you should draw nicely a bit. That means all the maximum will actually touch one of the angle here. Okay, and then the minimum must touch here as well. Okay, this is what you have for your x and for your y. I guess it's quite difficult for some students to actually understand the x-axis. It means what is the range of the x-axis over here. So normally I will try to sketch out and calculate how many angles I have. and then I use the total range here divided by that number, and then I can know my gaps. After I know my gap already, then it should be very easy for me to do my x-acid. Okay, so yeah, so let me just continue this part. Okay, over here, find the equation of the suitable straight line to solve the equation. So you want to make this equation into a straight line. So if you want to make this equation into a straight line, you must have a y into it. Our y is 3 modulus cos 2x. We have modular cos 2x, but then the problem is you have a pi here. We cannot have the pi here if you want to solve this one. So what I will do is I will divide pi for the whole equation. So I will basically divide pi for the whole equation. So you can see I divided pi here, I divided pi here, I divided pi here. Pi and pi I simplified, pi and pi I simplified, I left with 1. So this one, after simplified already, this is exactly the y, isn't it? 3 modulus cos 2x. So this one become y, and then plus 1 equals to x over pi. So y basically equals to x over pi minus 1. Now I will need to actually draw the straight line. I mean sketch the straight line, on this diagram. So I will need to actually draw a table for it. I put x and y. Let's say I randomly give them some value. Whenever I draw the table, a lot of students just so worry what value I will use. I will try to use 0 on x. And then I substitute 0 into x here. Become 0 over pi minus 1. So I get negative 1. I try to substitute pi. So you substitute pi divided by pi, which is 1. 1 minus 1, this is 0. Okay, and then I try to substitute 3 over 2 pi. 3 over 2 pi, I get y equals to 3 over 2 pi divided by pi minus 1. Simplify y equals to 0.5. Okay, I get 0.5. And then I got these 3 coordinates, I'm going to plot it. So the first one, 0 is negative 1. I randomly call here is negative 1. And then pi actually at 0. And here as 0.5. So it's somewhere here. And then I'm going to draw this line. And then I will label this equation is y equals to x over pi minus 1. So, and then the question asks about number of solution. I guess here actually they're touching 2 points. So the number of solution will be 2. Okay, this is how to solve this kind of question. It's not very simple, but it's not really hard as well. So the first thing is whenever the question asks you to do the straight line, you must know where is the y. You don't have the y into the equation, then you have to use any way you can to find the y, to substitute in the y. Okay, I hope you can get some idea on how to do this. Okay, we will break for 1 minute, then we actually will continue. This one. Yeah, is there anything you want to ask me before we move on? Good. Yeah. Is there any one of you actually did this paper before? Yeah, this paper is still okay. It's not as hard as I think. Really? This is same with some modern math question. Okay, that is very interesting. Okay, so yeah, do not want to waste your time. Let's have a look on this question. I guess this one is quite tough, but if you did before, then you should already get the idea on how to actually do this kind of question. Okay, figure 7 show the front views of the weight machine in the form of a circle with a radius 12 centimeter with a center O. So I know the radius here is 12. Is given, and supporters at the size of the cuboid. So you see a cuboid here. So the length of the shaded region is 30 centimeters. So I know here is 30 cm is given. And the height is 6 centimeters. Okay, so the maximum weight for that can be capacities is 2.4 kg. When the chicken thigh weighs, the scale show in the position A. Okay, this is a position A, so exactly is showing here. Okay, so the question asks you to find the mass of the chicken thigh. All right, so now in order to know the weight, so what I need to do is I will need to know about this angle. Because what? Because this is how they point into A1. So that means if I can know the angle, I can use the angle over 360 degrees because this is circle, and then multiply 2.4 kg. Then I can get the mass of the chicken. Okay, mass of the chicken thigh lah, but I just use the chicken here. So yes, this is the idea. So I will need to actually find the angle. So in order to find the angle, and then I actually see some cuboid here or sort of rectangle here, then I guess I can actually solve it here. So what I will do is like this. Okay, since I know this one is the radius as well, so this one will be 12. I mean, yeah, this is from center to here, this one should be 12. And then the question tell you here is 6. That means from here will be 6. Then here will be 6 as well. Then over here, I actually see a right angle triangle. I hope you see that also. I will draw out the right angle triangle here. This one will be 12. This one will be 6. And then I can find this angle easily by using cos, because I have adjacent and hypotenuse. Then I say cos angle, which is this angle, okay? Then I know cos angle basically equal to 6 over 12. Then the angle is basically equal to 60 degrees. You just use the calculator, move the cos to the other side. So if that one is 60 degrees means what? It means here I have another same triangle as well. So the total angle here should be 120. Okay, so if this one, the straight line is 180, so I know this angle equal to 120. Correct or not? Because just now here is 60 degrees. This one is 60 degrees. So if this one is 60 degrees, the other side is just 180 and 120. Okay, so I can get the weight of the chicken thigh easily. I say 120 divide 360 multiply 2.4 kg. Then the chicken thigh is just 0.8 kg. Okay, so or you can say it's equals to 800 grams. Depend on the question 1 kg or gram. Yep. So okay, if you get the idea, then we're going to move on to the second part. They ask you to find an area of the shaded region. So in order to do the area of shaded region, I know this is a sort of circular measure. So what I will do it here is, I see the whole sector here. So the R is 12, this is O. Okay, so what I will do is, in order to get the sector, area of sector, I will use half R squared theta to find the area of sector. But then the question asks me to do a shaded region. So what I will do is, I will cut out the triangle. Then I will get this part. After I get this part, I will use the rectangle. I will use this rectangle, which is 30 minus 6, minus the green color part. Then I will get the shaded region. This is the total idea I have. Okay, so I will need to find this part. I mean, let me use blue lah. I just want to make it a little bit different. I want to find this blue color zone. The blue color zone, English we call segment. Okay, I want to find the area of segment. But before I do this, because this formula, the angle must be in radian. So I will change my 120 degree into a radian. I'm going to multiply pi over 180. So, and then pi I will use 3.142 because I want to get a very accurate answer. So I will say 120 multiply 3.142 divided by 180. Then I will get, this one is 2.0947. Okay, this is my radian. Then I want to find the area of segment. I just use the segment formula. Segment formula is what? Half R squared theta minus sine theta. Okay, this is just the formula for area of segment. Half R is 12 squared. Theta basically is 2.0947 minus sine 2.0947. Okay, then I can get area of segment easily. But make sure you change your calculator in radian. So 2.0947 minus sine 2.0947. Okay, and then 144 divided by 2, multiply 144 over 2. Yep, so I get this part is 88.476 centimeter square. And then I want to get the shaded region. Shaded region, I will just use the rectangle, which is 30 multiplied 6 minus 88.476. So I will say 180 minus answer. I got my final answer is 91.52 centimeters square. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's all. Okay, so yeah, this is how we do this kind of question. So what you need to do is you have to actually find the segment. And then because the 6 actually only for the shaded region. 6 is not including the bottom part. And then I guess the bottom part over here is not important at all. I mean, in this case, yeah, I don't know why they actually give you some extra area. Maybe just trying to confuse you. But let me, to make sure I got it 100% correct, let's check the marking scheme. Okay, yeah, it's hang, but I can still see the marking scheme. Even it's a bit hang here. So yeah, we're a bit far from there. Yeah, I guess it's this one. Okay, the marking scheme basically is 92.53. Our answer is a bit far from here. Okay. Yeah, but the idea is the same. Am I press calculator wrongly or something like that? Okay, let me double check. 1/2 multiply 12 square multiply sine 2.0947. Yeah, this value is not the same because they use 120. Over here I use the radian 2.947. So let me change back to degree. See, is that any problem here? So 1/2 multiply 12 square multiply sine 120. Yeah, I guess some problem for this marking scheme. Even I use the degree to do, this one should be 62.3538. I guess they just accidentally insert this one as 3. So yeah, then I just minus 1. I mean, the final answer at minus 1, then my answer should be very close. That should be correct. Okay? Yeah, this is how we do this kind of question. Is C in the cuboid also shaded region? Okay, let me just restart the OneNote because it's just hang terribly. I mean, hang until very terrible. Okay, OneNote. Yeah, some student actually ask, is C in the cuboid also shaded region? What do you mean by C in the cuboid? I don't see any C here, only A and B here. Okay, so anyways, so let me continue. If you have any part you don't understand, maybe you can watch back the video. So let's go to the question number 8. Okay, diagram 8 actually show the curve. Show the curve. All right, so we have the curve here. Okay, even it's so dark, so it doesn't seem like a curve, but actually this one is a curve. All right, and then this is the equation of the curve. All right, and then the gradient of the straight line BC, B to C, this straight line gradient is -1. All right, the question asks you to find the equation of AB. So it's very easy. So I just do something like I have the coordinate A, right? So I have the gradient, which is -1, and I have the coordinate A, which is 6, 2. Then I just form the equation using y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. So y basically equals to -x plus 6 plus A. All right, this is my equation. So after I got this equation, I will try to find all the coordinate on in the diagram. So from here, the y-intercept is A. So I know C basically should be 0, 8. Okay, B basically is when x-axis y equals 0, this is 8, 0. Okay, it's quite simple. So I will try to find the value. Can we swap the position for 8 and -x? Yeah, sure. You can write y equals to 8 minus x. It doesn't matter. The examiner won't minus your mark because of that. All right, then I want to find an area of shaded region. There's two ways you can do that. Okay, depend you love y-axis or you love x-axis more. Okay, if you love the x-axis, what you can do is you find the area of trapezium. You see an area of trapezium here. I try to use a blue color to shade out the area of trapezium. Use the area of trapezium minus the area under the curve. Okay, if this one you do on the x-axis. Y-axis, what you need to do is you have to separate here. If y-axis, right, you have the triangle and then you plus the area under the curve. Okay, depend you want the shaded area toward x-axis or toward y-axis. Okay, so let's do about the y-axis first. Okay, so just do not confuse you. So of course, I will need to actually find the coordinate of D here. So in order to find the coordinate of D here, I have this curve. D is basically the x-intercept, mean y equals to 0. So D basically equals to 2. So D is just 2, 0. Okay, if D over here is equal to 2, so what happens is, yeah, so I can get the area of trapezium easily. So over here, this one is from, okay, this one, okay, here is 6. I mean, here is 6. Okay, let me just don't write coordinate. Very troublesome. This is 8, this is 6, this is 2. Okay, so here is 0 to 6. And then here is 0 to 8. And then here will be 0 to 2. So here will be 2, here will be 6, here will be 8. Okay. Then what I will do is I will actually find the area of trapezium. So area of trapezium basically equals to half AB multiply height. Okay, I hope you're able to see the area of trapezium. And then I will find the curve. I will find the area under the curve. This one is from 2 to 6. And then the equation basically is x equals to y squared plus 2. But the problem is, if I want to find toward x-axis, this is x-axis, isn't it? If toward x-axis, the formula is basically integrates the y dx. That means I will need to make y as a subject. So if I want to make y as a subject, so what I will do is I will just move the -2 to the other side. So you will see I will have y squared equals to x minus 2. So y equals to square root x minus 2. But since I want to integrate, I will say power half. Okay, so since I have the range, I mean it's from 2 to 6. And I have the equation. So what I will do is I will start to integrate. So if I integrate this one, power plus 1, you have half, right? Plus 1. So basically, you will get 3 over 2 over 3 over 2. 2, I just bring it up. Yeah, you can write at the bottom also, but then after that, you need to bring it up as well. Then what I will do is I just substitute, and then I got the value for it. This one, let me just find out first. This is 10, 30. This is 30. Okay. And then, yeah, let me solve this one. This one, if I substitute a 6 into here, I will get 2 over 3. I mean 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 power 3 over 2 should be 4 power 3 over 2 should be 8. 8 over 3. Minus, I substitute 2 into 8, I got 0. Okay, so this one should be, oops, no more over 3. It's just 8. This one should be 16 over 3. Okay, so I want to get the area of shaded region. That means I just use the 30 minus this answer. Because this is the part of here, isn't it? So that means I just use the whole thing minus the red color zone. Then I can get the answer. So here is just 30 minus 16 over 3. 30 minus 16 over 3. So it's just 74 over 3. Okay, just like this. It shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so let's go to the volume. Okay, so the volume, the volume revolution in terms of pi was when the shaded region rotates 360 degrees on the y-axis. Okay, this one is a little bit troublesome because you're going to rotate on the y-axis, and then this one is actually a mixed symbol. So what I want to do over here is I try to separate them. So if I separate them, of course I know this here is 2, here is 0, and then C is just 8. Okay, so the first thing is the triangle. If this triangle, you rotate 360 degrees on the y-axis, what will happen is it will become a cone. It will become a cone. You have to able to imagine. Yeah, I guess it's quite hard for some students to actually imagine. It's basically is the volume of cone. So if this one is the volume of cone, so what will happen is you just use the cone formula, which V equals to 1 over 3 pi r square h. Okay, so and then for the small part, means for this part rotate 360, you just integrate. This one just integrate the curve. Okay, so for this cone, we know the radius, this is the radius, is r. So r is from 0 to 6, so r here will be 6. Our height is from 2 to 6 also, 2 to 8. From 2 to 8, so height is 6 also. So I can get this part by using the volume formula. So the volume formula basically equals to 1 over 3 pi r square h. Okay, so then I will get this one. So it will be 216 over 3 pi. Okay, now I solved this part already. I'm going to call it part A. Okay, then I'm going to rotate part B 360 degrees also. Okay, part B you rotate already. It's just some shape. It's very hard for me to describe also. You will got some shape look like this. Yeah, you have some volume like this. Is not a trapezium or what? So you don't need to think so much. This one because you have the equation. So you just apply the formula. Volume equals to pi. Since on the y-axis, this one should be x squared dy. So that means I will need to have an x squared. But I don't have the x squared in this case. I only have x. So I will square both sides. So if I square here, what will happen is I will get y power 4 plus 4 y squared plus 4. I expand it, okay? I expand it. So I will integrate y power 4 plus 4y squared plus 4. Okay, dy. Okay, then, yeah, I will need some space for this one, definitely. Okay, so what I will do is, I know the range is from 0 to 2. Okay, 0 is a good news because you substitute into here, everything will become 0. Okay, so I will just start to integrate. Pi is outside, so it will be y power, this 0 to 4. Okay, when I start integrate, it will go behind. Okay, so this is y power 5 divided by 5 plus 4y squared become cube over 3 plus 4y, okay, 0 to 2. Then what I will do is I will basically sub the 2 into it. So this one is basically equal to 32 over 5 plus 2 sub 2 power of 3 is 8. 8 4 is 32 plus 4 2 8 minus 0 for every y you get 0. So then you use the calculator to do the rest of the job. So basically you will get some 376 over 15 pi. Okay, so you got both of these one. So I will join them together. I will say plus 216 over 3. So I should get the final answer should be 1456 over 15 pi. Because the question asks you live in terms of pi. Okay, so this one I will get 1456 over 15. So let's check the answer for this one. Yeah, it's 1456 pi over 15. Okay, then it's good. Then let's move on to the next one. Okay, for question number 9 here. Okay, basically this is the vector question. That means you need to do something about this question. Okay, so we have a lot of things to do. Okay, so first thing is OX equals to 3x. That means O to X is 3x. And O to X here is 3x. I mean, let me scroll up a bit. Here is 3x. All right, and then O to Y is 6y. Here will be 6y. Okay, and then OM equals to 2 over 3 of OX. OX is 3x. So OM basically equals to 2x after you simplify. So here is 2x, here will be x. All right, since I got it, then I will just erase this one. I do not want to have too many information here. But I will always write the symbol there, just do not want to confuse myself. And then xy equals to 2xn. Okay, if you don't understand this one, you can change into a ratio. Xy over xn equals to 2 over 1. I move the xn to the other side, just divide. And then the invisible 1 here. So that means xy ratio xn is just 2 ratio 1. Where is xy? Xy and xn, so basically 2 ratio 1. So that means here is the same length. Okay, let me use other color because same color just looks so confused. Okay, it's the same distance. Okay, so then I guess we can actually, okay, we leave it like this first. So first one, they ask us to find ym. So ym basically equals to yo plus om. We have yo, which is opposite of oy, so this negative 6y, plus om. O to m is 2x. So done. Okay, this is part 1. Part 2, on. So in order to get O to n, I can say this one equals to on. Okay, so I can say this one can be ox plus xn maybe. Okay, ox we have already is 6x, but we don't have xn. I know xn basically equals to xn equal to half of xy. Correct or not? Because x to n here will be 1 over 2 of the whole x to y. Here is xy. So xn is just half of it. Okay, this is the logic. Okay, so 6x plus, in order to get xy is xo plus oy. Then I will just finish this one. It's just equals to 6x plus half. This is negative 6x. Okay, plus ox is 3x, sorry, negative 3x plus 6y. So, okay, so this one multiply 2, half of it, so you get negative 3 over 2, so this is 3 over 2x, multiply half plus 3y. Okay, I hope I don't make any mistake here. Okay, this is on. So after I got the on, given that OP equals to HON and YP equals to KYM, where H and K are constant, and then state OP in terms of H. Okay, so this one, very simple. What I do, I just substitute my ON. I just got my ON over here, which is this one. I'm going to substitute into here. Okay, so I will get 3 over 2x plus 3y. So this one is 3 over 2 hx plus 3 hy. Okay, this is OP. Okay, it's done. This is the part 1. Because they say leave your answer in h, x, and y. My answer is h, x, and y. All right, then I go to the part 2. Okay, part 2, I want to use k, so I'm going to use this equation. This equation, there's no OP there, so I will need to expand. I will need to expand YP because I know YP equals to YO plus OP. Okay, this is YO plus OP. Okay, and a lot of students might ask why I know is YO plus OP. Because I want to get OP, so I will add an O for Y also. Okay, this is triangle law of vector. I hope you understand that. So equals to K YM. Okay, we have the YM, isn't it? Yeah, we have the YM. YM is over here. Okay, I bring it down. So it's just negative 6y plus 2x. All right, then I will solve this one to get my OP. So my OP, this one is just equals to negatives. OY is negative 6y plus this one. Okay, so this one I multiply the k into it. It's negative 6ky plus 2kx. And then I want to express OP. What? I want to state the OP. So I move the 6y to the other side. It just becomes positive. So I say 6 minus 6k. I factorize out the y plus 2kx. Okay, now I've done the second part also. Okay, since I done both of this part, and both of this part also is OP as a subject, then I know the third part is going to ask me to find H and K. So what I will do is I will going to substitute the OP into the OP. Then I do some comparison. So if I substitute OP into the OP, basically I will get 3 over 2hx plus 3hy equals to, I write x first, 2kx plus 6 minus 6ky. And then what I will do is I'm comparing the x and then I'm comparing the y. Okay, so let's comparing x first. So if I'm comparing x, so that means I will have 3 over 2h equals to 2k. So h is just equals to 4 over 3k. I call this one first equation. And then what I will do here is I'm comparing the y value as well. Comparing y, that means 3h equals to 6 minus 6k. Since I got the h already, which is 4 over 3k, then we'll solve this one. All right, so this one simplified. I get 4k and equal to 6 minus 6k. So 10k equals to 6. K equals to 6 over 10, which is 3 over 5. If I got this one, I'm going to substitute it back to find the h. So I want to find the h. H is equal to 4 over 3 multiply 3 over 5. So h equals to 4 over 5. All right, so yeah, this is the answer. But if you check the marking scheme will have the same answer with me. That's, yeah, I already checked. I double checked many times. Now the marking scheme actually write something wrong there. Because of what? If you check the marking scheme carefully for this part, yeah, the OP, they got the same OP with me. Yeah, this one they also got the same OP with me. And then they actually got the 2k equal to 3 over 2h when they're comparing the x. They're comparing the x. Yeah, it makes sense. And then the next thing is they're comparing the, okay, then they just make h as a subject. All right, then they're comparing the y. When you're comparing the y, you should get something like 6 minus 6k. So they get 6 minus 6k. And this one should be 3h. This one is not the 6h. This one should be 3h. So therefore, the answer will be different with me. Okay? First OX. It's hang a little bit. Yeah, no, yeah, here is wrong. This one should be 3x. This one should be 3x. It won't be 6x. Yeah, so therefore I will get 3 over 2x. When 3x minus 3 over 2x. Yeah, this one should be 3x. Yeah, thanks for the student actually remind me about that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I guess there's no more mistake. And it's hang again. So I'm going to restart the whole thing. Okay, so yeah, here is 3x. Because OX is 3x. I just confused with the OY. OY is 6Y. Yeah, so OX is just 3X. Yep. Okay, so let's have a look on the question number 10. Okay, for question number 10 here, the result of study show 20% of the students in the SMKJDT is walking to the school. That means I know P equals to 0.2, Q equals to 0.8. If 9 students, 9 pupils from the school are chosen at random, n equals to 9, calculate the probability, exactly 3, x equals to 3. Then I just apply the formula for NCR, PR, QN minus R. Okay, so N is 9, C 3, P is 0.2, power of 3, Q is 0.8, power of 6. All right, then you just use the calculator for this one. It's sort of bonus mark because it's very easy. Multiply 0.2, power of 3, multiply 0.8, power of 6. So this one should be 0.1762. Okay, then at least a student. Here means one student. Mean at least one student is walking to the school. That means you should plus from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You should plus from 1 to 9, but then there's a loss of work. So what I will do is I will use 1 total to minus the part I do not want, which is I do not want the x power of 0. So it is 1 minus, this one should be 9C0 and 0.2 power of 0 and then power of 0 and then 0.8 power of 9. So basically 1 minus, this is 1, 0.8 power of 9. So 1 minus 0.8 power of 9. So your answer should be 0.8658. Okay? Yeah, this is how to do the question 10, part A and part B. Okay, so then we move to the part B. Okay, in an Oscar, so 10,000 watermelons are marketed. So it's given that the mass of the watermelon have the normal distribution with the mean 4 and standard deviation, okay, 1.5. So mean equals to 4, standard deviation equals to 1.5. All right, so if the watermelon is picked at a random, calculate the probability the mass of the watermelons is less than 4.5 kg. I will let X become the mass of the watermelon. Okay, then it's very easy for me to explain. Okay, so in order to do this one, I will say, since the mass of the watermelon should less than 4.5, then I will just change this one into the Z. So change into the Z is just 4.5. This is the X value, right? Minus mean over standard deviation. So I will get a very nice number, 0.5 divided by 1.5. So I will get 1 over 3, which is 0.3333. Okay, so then I will actually sketch out the bell-shaped diagram. Okay, let's say I randomly say the 0.3333 is over here. Less than mean on this side. Okay, so you know, toward the left-hand side, you already have the probability more than 0.5. There's no way you can find from the table. Because table maximum probability value is 0.5. So what happened is, I will find the blue one. So the blue one is what? The blue one is basically probability is, the blue one over here is probability Z is bigger than 0.3333. So I know that in order to find this, probability Z is less than 0.3333, which is the green color one, you should use 1 to minus the blue one, which is exactly this one. Bring it down. You should use 1, which is total, to minus this one, 3333. All right, so then I will just use the table. I hope I actually can get the table, 0.3333. I remember we do have a table over here. Where's our table? Oh, it's on the top there. Yeah. Let's find 0.3333. 0.3. Yeah, we need many 3. Yeah, this one. Okay, but this is 6. I'm going to minus 3. Or don't have 3. I'm going to minus 4. Okay, so it's just equals to 0.431. 0.4. Oops. Wait. That one is not like this. That one is 0.333. 0.333. Yes. What am I doing? 0.3, I read this value, and this value going to minus 11. Okay, so it should be 0.3707 minus 11. So it should be 6963. 0.3696. Okay, it's not for a probability because that one is basically Z is bigger than 0.3333. And this is Z value. This Z value we should find from the side. So this is your probability. 3696. Okay, good. Then we'll go back to that one. Okay, it's over here. 0.3696. Okay, then 1 minus 0.3696. Yeah, it will be 0.6304. Okay, just like this. And then the next part is the, okay, so the next part, they say 5,600 of watermelon are sold. Find the minimum mass of the watermelon which are sold. So we know minimum mass. So I know the mass of the watermelon should at least be some value. I'm going to call it M, must bigger or equals to M because they want the minimum mass. So that means the mass must at least, this is the reason why we call minimum. That means if I minimum will give you 5 ringgit, that means I at least will give you 5 ringgit. I will give you more than 5 ringgit, isn't it? This is the meaning for minimum. Okay, so I will say is equals to 5600 over, this is 5600 out of 10,000, isn't it? 10,000. Okay, so what I will do it here is, okay, so what I will do it here, I change this one into a Z. So it's just equals to M minus 4 over 1.5. And then this one is just 56 over 100. 0.56. Okay, so I will sketch out the bell-shaped diagram. And then the whole thing here, just let me call it as a K, because it's easier for me to explain. All right, so it's going this direction. It's going this direction. That means this is 0.5. So there's not possible my K is on the positive zone because I must more than 0.5. So I need to be here. This is my K. And then here, this area seems more than 0.5. 0.56. So I know over here should be 0.44 because total plus together equals to 1. So here should be 0.44. So that means if this is negative value, so what I will do is I will say probability Z is less than negative K equals to 0.44. Then less and negative, I say you can change to bigger, then K equals to 0.44. And then you use the calculator to find where, use the Z value table to find where is 0.44. Okay, so, okay, I will find 0.44. Oops. Okay, 0.44. Okay, this is probability. Probability we find inside there. 0.44. Is this one minus 4? Okay, is 0.151. 0.151. Okay. So we will have it as a 0.151. So that means I know my K equals to 0.151. But in this case, this one is actually just we actually use the positive zone to solve. is not our real value because I know our k should have the negative. So therefore, I will say m minus 4 over 1.5 equals to negative 0.151. Then I can get my k value here, 0.151, I mean negative 0.151 multiply 1.5 plus 4. So the minimum mass should be 3.7735 kg. Okay, I hope this is correct. So let's have a look on the answer as well. Yep, 0.3443774. Is that correct? 3774. Yeah, is it correct? They are off to the 3 significant figures. I mean 3 decimal place. Okay. Yeah, I guess we have linear law. Okay, the linear law, I don't think I will sketch. I don't think I have a graph paper here as well. Okay, so I won't sketch this one, but I will teach you about this thing. Okay. We have the equation here, which is y equals to mn power of x. M and n are constant. So based on the table, construct a values log 10x, log 10y. So you just do log 10y. Then what happened is all this y value, you just add a log for it. Use a calculator. Something like use your calculator log 5.01. Then your calculator will tell you it's 0.6998. So you just write 0.7. And then you just log 6.31. And then calculator will tell you it's 0.8. You continue, you log all the y value. Then you can get this bonus 1 mark just using the calculator. And then the part B that's asked about plotting log 10y again x. That means I will need to add the log 10 for both sides first. Oops, the x is for n only. Okay, so because I want again x, that means I want to make x as my x here. All right, so it's very hard to say. Okay, this is log 10m plus log 10 n power of x. And then we know actually power of x we can move in front, isn't it? But I will not move in front. I will just write at the back here. Because x multiply log 10n is the same meaning with log 10n multiply x. All right, this is log 10y. Because I want to live in this pattern. So do you see? The question says log y again x. So therefore, I know the log 10n is my gradient. Or you can call it is your m. And this one is your c, which is your vertical intercept. Vertical intercept. Okay, so yeah, this is what's so useful about this thing. And then you will just sketch the graph. They say 2 cm to 1 unit on the horizontal axis. That means your horizontal axis should be something like 1, 2, 3, and so on. And 2 centimeters to 0.2 unit on the vertical axis. So that means this one should be 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, and something like that. And then you sketch the graph, and then you draw a best fit on it. And then use your graph to find the value m and n. It's very easy. So after you sketch the graph, let's say I do not know what the graph will look like. I assume it should be something look like this. Okay, if you have a graph look like this, so you want to find the value of m. M is your vertical intercept. Log m is a vertical intercept. So let's say this is not the real answer. This is just from sketching. So let's say my vertical intercept is 0.3. So what I will do is I will do log 10m equals to 0.3. Then my m is just 10 power of 0.3. Because the question asks about m, it's not asking about log 10m. And then I will do log 10 0.3. I will get 1.9953. Okay, this is how to find m. And then the question asks about n. N is your something to do with your gradient. So what you need to do is you find 2 points on the line here, and then you use the gradient formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then you will get certain value for gradient. Let's say your gradient here you get 2. Let's say you get 2. So that means my log 10 n equals to 2. N equals to 10 power of 2. N equals to 100. Okay, this is how do we find n and m. It's sort of bonus mark if you understand. And then the y, find the value of y when x equals to 5.6. So you just do the x equals to 5.6 on the diagram here. So let's say your 5.6 is somewhere over here. Okay, let's say I change a bit. Let's say this here is 5.6. So I touch the line, I move to this side, and I got this value. Okay, if you got this value, let's say it's 0.8. This is not your y value, okay? You do it straight away take, or just assume so easy is 0.8, which is not. Because what? This exit is a log 10y exit. So you got 0.8, you should say log 10y equals to 0.8. Then y equals to 10 power of 0.8. Because then you'll get an answer. Because a lot of students, when they get 0.8, they will be very excited and then they straight away say y equals to 0.8. And then they will lose mark because of that. Okay, so you must do it very carefully, especially in the linear law. Your linear law is sort of the bonus mark question. So if you can understand linear law, it's very easy to score full mark for linear law. Okay? Yeah, I get that's all for class today, but then still today we are quite fast. Maybe we will go to the section C. Yeah, maybe you can choose any two questions you hope I discuss. Then we will go to any two questions here. Okay, so then let's discuss about the triangle and the index number. Okay. So for the triangle thing, okay, let's have a look on this question. Okay, we have all the centimeter here. AC equals 13 centimeter, BC equals to 10 centimeter, and angle is 105, and ACB is 20. ACB is 20. Okay. Calculate the length of AD. Okay, AD, A to D. Okay. Okay, let's do something. Yeah, they give you 6 marks, so you don't expect this one is like very easy. I mean, that's why I cannot straight away see that. Okay, so what I'm trying to see is you must pay attention at the parallel. Because parallel actually telling us that this angle actually was same with this angle. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is they want AD. This is 20. Okay, parallel, we can apply the interior angle. Yes, no problem. This is total here will be 75. AD, I need to know this angle. This one are two sides and one angle between. Okay, there's a lot of things you need to find. Yeah, this question is harder than I think. So first thing what I will do is I try to find AB first. Because if I can find the length of AB, then I can find this angle. So if I can find this angle, then I can know about this angle. If I can know about this angle, then I can find AD. So I will need to find AB first lah. So AB equals to, using the cos rule, square root of 2 sides and 1 angle in between. Do you see 2 sides and 1 angle in between? All right, so I will say 10 square plus 13 square minus 2, 10, 13 cos 20. Okay, it's just very easy. So use the calculator for this one. So I will get something like square root 24.67999186. All right, then I will square root. Actually, I will do square root answer lah. I won't copy everything. So I say 4.9679. Okay, I just write more decimal first. I round off at the end. All right, so since I have this length is 4.9679, which I hope is accurate. Okay, then I want to find this angle. I want to find the angle A here. So I will use sine rule. So I will say sine angle over the opposite length. This angle, the opposite length, which is 10. Okay, so over 10 equals to sine 20. Sine 20 is here, the opposite length is this one, over 4.9679. Then I can find the angle easily. I use sine 20 over 4.9679 multiply with 10. 10 I move to the other side. And then I got the answer. I do shift sine answer. Then I got 43.51 degree. All right, so since I got this angle in their parallel, I know here is the same thing, 43.51. And then the question asked me to find AD, so I can use the cos rule. Can I use? No, I can't use the cos rule. I can use, I can use sine rule. Okay, I can use sine rule. Okay, I do not have the length AD, so I'm going to use the sine rule here. So I will say AD over opposite angle. This is the opposite angle. Sine 43.51 equals to length 13 centimeter over sine 105. Okay, then I can find AD easily. 13 divided by over sine 105 bracket and then multiply sine 43.51 close bracket. So my length should be 9.266 centimeter. Okay, I hope my answer is pretty correct. So let me see, 14. 9.266. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you can choose to give the angle in degree and minutes, but then if you ask me, I will say it is not necessary. You just leave in the degree, then you will, but you leave at least 2 decimal, then it will be very accurate already. Okay, so yeah, just leave all your angle in degree lah. Don't actually change in your degree and minutes, and then you need to change back. It will be very troublesome. Okay, so after I got the AD, okay, the part B. The straight line AB extend to B dot, okay, B prime, such that CB equals to the C prime. Okay, interesting. We shouldn't erase the thing because later we need to use it. Okay, 9676. Okay, AD is equals to 9.266. And the angle here is 43.51. Okay, AB, where is AB? Okay, AB going to expand. Okay, such that CB equals to the new B. So CB is, where is the CB? Okay, this is CB. So I will need to have the same distance, same length. So this one you always imagine isosceles triangle. That means I will need to draw another line which is same length with CB. So I draw another line which is same length with CB. So here should be my new B. Okay, this one called ambitious case. You just always remember isosceles triangle or segitical sama kaki. You just always remember this idea. You can easily solve this kind of case. Okay, so that one is CB equals to the new CB. Okay, so sketch the trapezium ABCD. So this is ABCD. So the question asks you to sketch, then you just sketch it. So we just sketch as the question 1. Yeah, as nice as possible. Okay, so this is my A, my B, my C, my D. I think so. Okay, yes, this is correct. And then here will be my 105 degree. And then this one's both is the same length. So here will be 10 centimeter. And then we just got the AD. AD is 9.266. And then do we have DC? No, we don't have the DC. Okay. What the question was after we sketch? Calculate the area of BBC. Okay. I don't know. The question just seems a little bit weird. Okay, they asked me to find an area of BBC. Okay, maybe I draw a line for the OB also. So they want this area, BBC. Okay, so here is 10 also. Okay, so what I want to do it here is I will need to know some angle thing. Okay, so what I will do is I try to solve the triangle thing first. So I have this angle, I have this angle, I can easily know about this angle. Just 180 minus 20 minus 43.51. So here is equals to 116.49. 116.49. Then I can easily know about this angle. Just 180 minus this answer. 63.51. Since it's isosceles, this one will be 63.51 as well. Then I can easily know about this angle. So it's 180 minus 2 multiplied 63.51. So the angle on the top, this one should be 52.98 degree. Okay, this is how I solve this triangle. So I know this angle is equals to 52.98. Then I can use the sine rule to find the area. So area equals to half A B sine C. Okay, so I will say sine 52.98 multiplied with 50. Area should be 39.92 centimeter square. Okay, it shouldn't be too difficult for this kind of question. Okay, so yeah, let's go to the last question, which is the index number, which is this one. Okay, this one is the last part is actually, I mean the last two part, I mean the part C is very, very different. Yeah, because you actually see this diagram is a little bit abnormal as well, but I try my best to explain. I can't like so sure I can 100% to make you understand, but I do my best. Okay, so first thing is, this is table 15, show the prime index change. Okay, show the price in the change in the prime index. So this is the change of prime index. That means the prime index actually changed from 2013 to 2014. Okay, this is like normal what we have, 2013 based on 2010. All right, for 4 stationary A, B, C, D. All right, the first one is very easy. They ask you to calculate the price of the stationary, of item A in 2010, if the price of stationery in 2030 is 3.90 cents. All right, so I know something like price for 2013 over price for 2010 multiply 100, I should get 130. This is the index number formula. It's not the formula I'm coming out. So I know the price in 2013, which is 3.90 ringgit. This is the price I want to find in 2010. So equals to 130 over 100. So here you will get 1.3. All right, so this is 3.90 over 1.3 equals to price for 2010. So the price actually equals to 3 ringgit. RM 3. Okay, so it's very easy. So you just need to apply the formula. Okay, for the second part, the price for stationery D. Okay, in 2013, if 2010, okay, I will do the same thing. 2013, I do not know. I'm going to call it P. Over 2010 is 4 ringgit 50 cents. Multiply 100, item D is 115, equals to 115. So the price is basically equals to 115 over 100 multiply 4.5. Okay, so 115 over 100 and then multiply 4.5. So your price should be, okay, RM 5.18. Okay, it's a very weird number. I mean, I think it's kind of weird. So let me just double check the answer. Yeah, 518 is correct. Okay, this is how we solve the part A. You solve a bonus mark. And then part B, okay, the composite index for 2013 based on 2010 is 125. Find the value of y. Okay, it's not too bad. So they ask you to find a y. So yeah, composite index is 125. So I will just do the composite index lah. So this is W, and then this is I. So I will going to, since you understand this one, I'm going to erase it lah. Because I need some space to actually explain about this thing. Okay, so I will draw a new table. This table is I multiplied with W. Okay, total of W is just blah 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 10. Okay, so this one multiply, you will get 260, 140. This one you will get 3y, and then this one you will get 115 times 4 is 460. Then I will just plus them together. 260 plus 460 plus 140. So you got 860 plus 3y. So the composite index is just basically equals to sum of index number multiplied weightage over sum of weightage. So it will be 860 plus 3y over 10 equals to 125. Yep. So I move the 10 to the other side. So it's 1250 equals to 860 plus 3y. I can get my y easily by doing 1250 minus 860 divided by 3. So my y equals to 130. This is 130. Okay, you can easily solve the part B. Okay, then we actually go to the part C. Calculate the composite index for the price of the stationery 2014 based on 2010. Okay, so now basically they want to combine these two because they want 2014 and then based on 2010. So what we can do over here is, since the question say about all these decreased things, so I will just write, you have to assume the normal is 100%. So after decrease 5% already, this one will left 95%. This one unchanged means remain 100%. Unchanged means remain 100%. And then increase 15%, this one means will become 115%. Okay, this is the index number from 2013 to 2014. But then each of these one have their own weightage. So this one, we cannot straight away find a composite index for 2014 base 2013 and then do the 2013 base 2010. We cannot do like that. We have to do separately. So I will do the new index number for A. So how do I do the new index number of A is, I use the 2013, I use this one, multiply this one, divide by 100 lah. This is the logic. Multiply 95 over 100. Okay, this is how I get the new index number for A. And then I will do the same thing for new index number of B. And then I do new index number for C, D. After I find out how the index number can join together with 2010 and 2014, then only I will do the composite index for all the index number we have. Okay, so this one is just, I use calculator lah, 130 multiply 95 divide 100. So this one will be 123.5. Okay, this is a new one, 123.5. Okay, B is 140 multiply 100 over 100. So it just remain 140 because 100 and 100 is simplified. Then index number for C is the same 100, so it will remain 130. It's hang again. 140. This is 130. Okay, so the last one. So this one is remain 130. And index number for D, I will just join both of them. So it will be 115 multiply 115 over 100. So it will be 115 square divided by 100. So it should be 132.25. Okay, so this is the index number This is the index number 2014 base 2010. Okay, for each of the item. Then only I multiply the weightage. So I will multiply the weightage and form the new one. Yeah, it's hang already. So I hope some of it, yeah, okay. Lucky that I can erase here. Then I will form the new one. Okay, so this is, I write N, I write new here. Okay, so this is the new index number we have. Yeah, the space is just too small. Okay, anyways, 123.5 multiply 2. Same, you multiply back the same weightage. So this one should be 247. Yeah, this one multiply 1 is 140. And this one multiply 3 should be 390. And then, yeah, 132.25. And then multiply 4. This is 529. And then I will plus the total of them, 247 plus 140 plus 390 plus 529. Then I'll get 1306. So I want to get the composite index for 2014 based on 2010. I will use 1306 over 10. Then I will get 130.6. This is a new index number. All right, this one is a little bit different with what you used to see. And then, yeah, I will actually close it to open again for the part D. Okay, so for the part D, they actually, okay, just now the index number is basically 130.6. Okay, this is 14 base 110. Base 110, yeah, should be. Okay, so the total expenditures for the stationery, this is total. Total means you use the composite index, okay? So for 2010 is 400. Calculate the corresponding for 2014. Same thing, price for 14 over price for 110. Multiply 100, I will get 130.6. So price for 14 is not given. 110 is, 2010 is actually 400. The 100 move to the other side, just divide 100. Then I can get my price for 14 easily. Price for 2014. I just use 130.6 divide 100, multiply 400. So the price should be RM 522.4. All right, this is how to solve this kind of index number question. Yeah, I hope you can understand. Yeah, it's a very long time for this 2 hours for this kind of question. Yeah, so first thing, let me actually stop the screen recording. And then second, let me stop the screen sharing as well. Yep, I guess that's all for today. Yeah, still have some student is still with me. Okay, yeah, so is there any problem before I end the virtual class today? Yeah, tomorrow we will still have the math. So I always don't know how to sketch the triangle. Can you teach me? What do you mean by how to sketch the triangle? You mean for the solution of triangle? Yes, for this part, actually I already did a video for it. You just go to my channel and then you type solution of triangle. And then you look for a video title called Ambitious Case. In that video, actually, I explain how to sketch a triangle. Yeah, then it should be good. Yeah, because I have another meeting later. Yes, this is the sort of the last class, but tomorrow I still have math, and Sunday I still have the AddMath for Pahang paper 2. So it means still have 2 more live streaming class before your SPM. Yeah, for those part I haven't discussed in this paper, I try to make another video to explain about those questions. Yeah, just 2 days left for SPM. So I actually hope all of you just do your best. And for section C, maybe you just choose 2 or 3 questions. Yeah, it's actually for me the motion along the straight line is quite easy. Just the linear programming sometimes is hard, but then for me it's still okay. Yeah, both class for Saturday and Sunday is also it's around 8 p.m. to 8:30 lah. Depend what time I can reach my studio. Yeah, just like today I reached at 8:05, so I start at about 8:20. So yeah, it's about 8 to 8:30 p.m. for Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, BM is on Monday. Yeah, I heard that as well. But I think math still have 9 days and MF still have 12 days, if not mistaken. But then you all take a lot of subject lah. But then so yeah, just do your best. Just do your best for SPM. Yeah, and then yeah, I still have second meeting to go. So I hope you all can learn something from this video, and all the best for your MF. And if you really, no matter what result you get, just let me know. Even you just pass or you just got a C or you got any result, you just let me know. And it's possible trying to join the Y equals to mx+c group to help your junior, sort of junior, because yeah, every day have so many students ask me a lot of questions. I actually receive so many questions, but I can't reply. So I will ask them to go to the group or the Telegram group or the Facebook group. Yeah, if you're okay after you graduate, trying to join the group and help your junior. Yeah, I hope more and more senior can help junior, then I don't need to be so burdened. Okay, I think that's all. If you miss up any part, just go to watch the replay video. Yeah, the YouTube will upload for me, and then I will upload again for the screen recording section tomorrow. Okay, anyways, good night. All the best for your MF exam, and take care.